Heyo, it's Omnidog, riding solo for right now. That's right, I go on when it's time to go on. So I'm Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. So happy Halloween to those of you who stayed in and gave out candy to children begging, as my Uncle Bill used to say. Are you giving out, is your child going out begging this Halloween, he'd say to me. So tonight we have the Hachette catalog, which we don't have any pictures from it, but I can tell you what books have been solicited. And then we have scary books for Halloween. So first we'll talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get your scary Halloween books for up to 50% off, and loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always an Omnibros live discount code every quarter. If you order $50 or more worth of books, you get free shipping in the United States, that is. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. So, here he is.
Sorry. I'm here.
That's okay. We actually can't hear you that well. Do you need to move your mic closer to you, or?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, something's happening. Something's weird. I don't know what's happening. I apologize.
That's fine.
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you.
I just got done with the InStockTrades.com promo.
Nice.
And I was just going to look for the Hachette catalogs. Something Wong says high school mustache going. That's what I got. I got my high school mustache going. But let's see, where is that?
The Hachette catalog, I'm looking up.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah. I'll get it.
Okay. Kenny, I posed as Wonder Woman for the OmniBros fundraiser. I dressed up as Wonder Woman, so I shaved my mustache and beard because I wanted to put on full makeup, and we did it for Comic Books for Kids on Sunday on the Sunday show, and that is why I shaved my mustache and beard, because as a matter of fact, if you go to the page right now, it looks like it's right below the announcement for the show tonight. It looks like my picture in the Wonder Woman outfit is like right there. For some reason, I hope it's not an announcement, because I don't think it's pinned. But yeah, that's why I shaved my mustache for the promo. Yeah, it was for a good cause.
Man, we chat too much. You know that?
What's that?
We chat too much on our private chat.
Oh, why? What are you looking for?
The Hachette catalog. There's so many messages from all the Omnibros. I get lost trying to find it.
Oh, well, we can just zip along.
Oh, got it. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right. I'm not going to share the screen because there's no images.
So yeah, there's no images, so we can just talk about what books are.
Yeah. So, the new Hachette catalog for Marvel. Apparently, there are a lot of cool stuff that people are excited for. Do you want to go right in?
Yeah, go right ahead and start reading it. Sure.
Well, the first item on that list that everybody got super excited about is Spider-Man Ben Ryley Omnibus Volume 2. That is coming out July 14th, 2020, and it's going to retail for $125.
Ben Ryley Volume 2.
Yeah. So a lot of people were wondering, because Volume 1 came out I think a few months ago, right? Or something like that.
I didn't buy it, so I don't know.
It's not worth it.
That's what I heard.
But yeah, if you like the Clone Saga and if you're a fan of Ben Ryley, then yeah, go ahead and pick that Omnibus up because yeah, Volume 2. Next up, here's another Omnibus, Heroes Reborn, The Return Omnibus. This is coming out July 7th, 2020, and it is going to retail for $125. There's no listing on what the contents are going to be, sorry, but it is going to be 1100 pages long.
That's Heroes Reborn?
Yes, sir. Heroes Reborn, The Return Omnibus. Next up, She-Hulk by Dan Slott Omnibus. His She-Hulk run is getting the Omnibus treatment. I wonder if it's because of the the Disney Plus show. That is coming out July 28th, 2020, and it's going to retail at $100 with 824 pages.
That's awesome because Volume 2 is very pricey of that paperback series.
Yeah, I haven't completed that run because of that, so I'm really excited about that. This is for the X-Men fans. We're getting another Milestones book, X-Men Milestones Age of X. I'm not an X-Men fan, so I don't know what this means, but we're getting Age of X. X-Men Grand Design, I do know what that is. That's getting a graphic, like a hardcover edition, I think. Let me see if I'm correct. Yeah, hardcover book, July 21st, 2020, and it's going to be $100. 400 pages, 488 pages.
I wonder if it's going to be the size of those books, Grand Design books, since they were way oversized.
Yeah, I'm terrible at dimensions. I don't know, but apparently it is 7.25 inch by 10 and 10 inches. 7 by 10. I don't know.
I've tried it before and I was wrong, so I'm not even going to try.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I should keep a measuring tape here because we get these questions like every third show.
What else? What is this book? Ravencroft, a trade paperback. It's coming out July 2020. It's going to be $16. So,
Chat Omnidog says this.
What happened?
I would stick with Grand Design Nice Trade books because I don't think it will be oversized. Whoops, sorry, I missed. What the heck? That's what this thing moves too fast sometimes. That was what the people were saying in the group, at least. And somebody said that it's a regular OHC. Slaughter of the Apes says it's a regular OHC, which that's what those measurements sound like. So if you have those big Grand Design thingies, I think I'd probably hold on to them too.
Yeah. I am comparing the measurements to the She-Hulk solicitation, and it says the exact same thing. So I don't trust either solicitations. We'll have to wait. Next up, what are we? Give me 1 second. There we go. Avengers of the Wastelands. This is a trade paperback. It's coming out July 14th, 2020. 112 pages, and it's going to retail for $15.99.
Slaughter the Ape says Ravencroft spins out of Absolute Carnage.
Thank you. Nice.
I haven't read that yet because it hasn't come out in trade yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a good meaty collection.
Yeah.
Hellstrom, Prince of Lies. I assume this is going to be a trade paperback. Yep, July 14th, 2020, and it's going to retail for $25 and 264 pages.
Okay.
Silver Surfer Parable 30th Anniversary Edition.
Wait a minute. Didn't they just
Yeah, they did the hardcover. Now they're doing the trade paperback reprint, I guess.
What the heck?
$15, and it's going to come out July 14th, 2020.
Okay.
Hellstorm Evil Origins. I guess we're getting material from this character because of the Hulu show.
Oh,
Even though,
yeah.
yeah, he's getting an Ghost Rider was canceled, but he's still on board for his show. It's going to be a $25 trade paperback.
That is crazy that Ghost Rider was canceled and Hellstorm gets a show. Nobody cares about Hellstorm. Everybody cares about Ghost Rider.
Yeah. The one thing I think maybe it has to do with the fact that we're getting that Blade movie for Phase 5 of the Marvel Universe. My speculation is that they sort of want to, maybe they want to reintroduce Ghost Rider within the context of the Blade movie, with it being supernatural and stuff. Maybe
Oh,
that's
interesting
my,
speculation.
yeah, that's my theory. Because now that you have Blade in the Marvel Universe, you can go all out with the supernatural stuff. So maybe that's why. Who knows?
That would be cool if Ghost Rider showed up in the Blade series.
I have been wanting that since he first showed up in Agents of Shield. I'm like, give me Ghost Rider, Blade, and do a Midnight Suns movie, please. That's what I want.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
What else? Marvel Masterworks, The Fantastic Four, Volume 22. It's going to be a hardcover at $75, 360 pages, and that's coming out July 2020. X-Men Epic Collection, Proteus. I think I said that right. Probably not. It's a $40 epic, and it's coming out July 7th, 2020 at 432 pages.
I will probably get that. And the answer to your question, Damien Star, is yes, it's already being grown back.
Nice. That's the
I
important.
started the next day. My wife insisted on it.
We're getting a reprint of Eternals from Neil Gaiman and John Romita Jr. That is probably because of the movie coming out next year.
Did that have any? But that didn't have anything to do with the Eternals by Jack Kirby.
I started reading one of the issues and never got around to finishing. I think the movie is going to be a mixture of the two Eternal material.
Okay.
Because I do remember the visuals for John Romita Jr. and they look very similar to what they're doing with the movie. So I don't know. It could be a mix of the two things.
Chad Omnidog is asking about the issues in that X-Men epic Proteus. Does it say what the issues are?
Now, no issues on anything. It just says the page count and the pricing. Yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Sorry, chat.
Sorry,
Omnidog.
Peter Porker, The Spectacular Spider-Ham, The Complete Collection Volume 2. That's coming out July 7th. Yeah, $34.99, and it's going to be a 336-page trade. Here's another cool one. New Mutants Epic Collection Cable. I suspect, yeah, $40, and it's coming out July 21st at 496 pages. Winter Soldier by Ed Brubaker, The Complete Collection. So I assume by now, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat already knows this, that if a omnibus gets super out of print, eventually they just come back as complete collections, because we are getting the Hickman stuff, the Avengers, in complete collections, similar to what they did with Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Hickman. So that's interesting. I mean, I like the idea that omnibuses are like a limited thing. And, once they're gone. And here's an alternative with a trade paperback. I kind of like that idea. It sucks for omnibus collectors. I get it, but it makes them more special, I think.
I don't know. Do we actually have the Hachette link?
For what?
Or the link for the Hachette catalog?
I just have from the group the different books.
Yeah. Sorry,
Individual
Leslie
books.
Ann. I don't think we
Yeah.
have the Hachette link. We just have books that people were interested in that they put up on the Facebook group that we subscribe to or are
Yeah.
members of. I apologize. We don't have the link to the actual Hachette catalog that this stuff appears in.
Yeah. The other omnibus that's coming out is Conan the Barbarian, the original Marvel Years Omnibus Volume 4. This is going to be a $125 book. It's coming out July 28th, 2020, and it runs 880 pages long. That's a pretty big omni for coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And there should be one more, but I can't find the link. But that's about it. Those were the big items that people were talking about. Basically, Ben Ryley Omnibus Volume 2, Heroes Reborn, Heroes Return Omnibus, She Hulk by Dan Slott Omnibus, Conan Year 4 Omnibus, X Men Grand Design Complete Hardcover, and all the epics that I talked about.
Nice amount of epics.
Mm-hmm. I still do not own a single epic in my collection.
Oh, you don't?
I prefer like the OHCs, but I've never gotten one of those epic collections.
I own many and have read none. So there you go.
Out of all that stuff, I do want to get probably the She-Hulk stuff because I'm not a huge X-Men reader, so I don't mind skipping that stuff. But the She-Hulk stuff, I do want to collect.
Yeah, I think I'd probably just stick with the paperbacks. I'm not gonna upgrade. I'm happy with just the paperbacks. Wait, what was the first one that everybody was excited about?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Ben
no, I'm not
Reilly.
getting that.
No, that's a pass. You don't need to get that. Just know that Ben Reilly, he did a large stint as Spider-Man, and eventually Peter came back. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, I think that's always going to be a huge missing chunk in my Spider collection.
I would like to own it, but I don't really want to read it. So I'm like, it's just wasted space. So like, I'll pass.
That's funny. I'd like to own it, but I don't really want to read it.
I'm trying
That's
to look
funny.
at on the Hachette website, but this website is extremely complicated. I can't find anything in here. Let's see. Omnibus. I'm looking at the. Yeah, I can't find the catalog per se, but just go to hatchetbookgroup.biz and you can search to your heart's content. Because I've typed Ben Reilly Omnibus and I can see the two listings for Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Taylor Brown, stop. I already have a Ben Reilly figure. I'm not getting Clone Saga just to display him in front of a book. I wanted to read X-Force anyway.
Do you have one Ben Reilly figure or two?
I probably have a couple Ben Reilly figures. I'm looking at two. Well, wait, one Scarlet Spider, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the other is like him in like this pullover shirt, right?
The first Scarlet with the hoodie.
Yeah.
With the blue hoodie. Then he got the Spider-Man suit, which has the spider all across the chest going into the back. And eventually in that series, the figure comes with the Carnage head. So you can do the Carnage Scarlet Spider symbiote thing. So that's why a lot of people bought two of those. So they can do Spider Carnage and Ben Reilly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I am looking right now. I have two Ben Reileys. Yeah, I got two of them.
Spider.
Sorry?
You got Scarlet. You got two Scarlet Spiders?
Yeah, two different ones.
Nice. All right. Yeah, one's Ben, the other's Kane.
Right. I remember that. Um,
I need those figures. I don't have them. But I'm not collecting figures, so no. Stop. Conscience.
that's how Taylor Brown is too. He's like, gee, I'd like a couple of figures, and he's like, no.
No. I have enough.
No,
I
Taylor,
have
I'm not
enough.
getting the Ben Ryley Omni along with manga. Forget it.
Hey, I mean, you do own a couple mangas already, so you're good. Don't worry about it. We just like teasing you.
Oh, I know.
Did you read the cat manga? The
No,
one you
I
got?
just got it. I just got it.
I think Ryley did a review on it and said it was pretty cool. I do want to read it.
Kristan really liked it. Chad Omnidog asks if I reviewed the X-Force Omni yet. We're Tyler and I are reviewing that next week. I got the Cable and the New Mutants premiere that you have to read. That's like that's New Mutants 86 through 94.
Yeah.
And then you read X-Force 1 through 14. And that is what we're going to review next week. And then after that, we're going to review TMNT number 3 and get back on schedule with that.
Ooh, nice.
Some Ting Wong. This is funny. When's the next Dolls or action figure show? That would be tomorrow. Action Figure Friday, man.
Ooh, I do want to see how that the diorama is coming along.
As a matter of fact, tomorrow is Diorama Day. We talk about our dioramas. Mine's put together, and he's built his. His is a work of art.
He sent me some pictures, and it's pretty interesting.
I know. It's really amazing what he's built.
Nathan, how's the Lucifer Omni? Never read any of the individuals.
I loved it. I got
that?
the Omni because I read the individual books and lost them in a flood. So I'm happy to replace it with an Omni. Very happy.
Can you read it by itself, or do you need to have read all of Sandman?
You don't need to read Jack.
All right, that's good.
I read it by itself back in 2016 and had no problem reading it.
Nice.
Yeah, it can be read alone.
Freddie, Power Rangers pushed at least 3 weeks. Much shock.
What's that mean?
Man, I think they delayed the book. Is it the Shattered Grid? The deluxe edition that's coming out?
Oh.
If that is pushed back, I guarantee you there's going to be a hysteria when that book comes out. So you better get ready to order it as soon as humanly possible because it's going to go out of print super fast. I am calling it right now.
Wow.
I don't want to do the FOMO or the false hype or whatever, but Volume 1 sold out immediately. Volume 2, and then everybody was complaining for a year and something until they reprinted them. And when they did, it sold out again. So just be ready with that F5 or F4 key, whatever, and order that book as soon as you see it. I'm not a Power Rangers fan, so that ain't my problem. I'm good. How can you?
I will answer this question because I'm an.
Yeah.
Whoop.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. That's true.
Ben Ryley he's very happy over there on his Door of Spiders.
Yeah.
Right there. He's got plenty of spider company.
They're trying to save MJ, right?
Yep. They're all trying to save MJ from Carnage and his axe hand. So he's got plenty of love.
Do you think DC will print a second omnibus for American Vampire? I'm sure of it.
I think so too. I think so too.
Another writer, I'd be doubting it, but it's Snyder. It'll get made.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Plus, there's not a whole lot left to collect because it's like two more hardcovers, and whatever he's gonna write next year. So I think it's gonna be a smaller omnibus than the first one. What Spider-Man Omnis do you guys own? I have I have very little. I have the four amazing Omnis from Stan Lee and Company,
Uh-huh.
the Roger Stern Omnibus,
Yep.
and that's about it.
And
I
then
was gonna get the other ones, but
what other ones are there?
the Michelini, whatever,
Oh, I have that one.
Farland one.
I
There's the
don't
one
have
that
that
has
one.
Ghost Rider on the cover with Spider-Man. I don't remember the name of that omnibus. The one with Ghost Rider shows up in that cover.
Ghost
The
Rider. I must not have that one. What one's that?
the chat Larson. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
there's
Eric Larson one.
yeah, there's Michelini with
I don't have that
Larson,
one
and then
either.
with McFarlane. There's the one
Uh,
from JMX. There's the one
I don't have
with
that one.
Tangled Web, which is
Don't have that one.
you're not missing out. There's the Clone Saga Omnis.
No.
What else is there?
Untold Tales. I don't have that one.
Yeah, and
I have the Miles Morales one.
Miles Morales, yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1.
I don't have that one. I just have I just have Death of, and then I have all the Ultimates 1 through 12. I have Spider-Man versus Venom. That sounds about right. Superior Foes.
Spider-Man versus Venom. Yeah.
Spider-Man versus Venom.
Superior Foes also has it. Yeah. Didn't we get a solicit for the new Miles omnibus? I think that's coming out.
But I don't think it was in this Hachette catalog. It was earlier or something.
Because I know you talked about it with Omar on one of his videos.
Yeah.
Because I watch you nerds.
Good.
So yeah, we are getting a second Miles omnibus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Death of Spider-Man omnibus. That's true. I don't have that one. That's super out of print.
Ultimate?
That's the end of the Ultimate Peter Parker stuff.
Right.
So it's 12 oversized hardcovers, then that omnibus, and then the first Miles omnibus.
Right. Rick Nelson, you're right. I have the first Miles Morales, and the spine. As soon as I opened it, it popped on me. You're exactly right.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. It was perfect until I lifted it up and opened it, and it went. Yeah.
I haven't read it. I've already read that stuff when it was coming out. I had the small hardcover, so I already know what happens. But I haven't read the book just because of that, and I haven't gotten the glue to do the hack trick of gluing the book together. But yeah.
Ooh, Something Wong just ordered the XM Studios Magic statue. That thing is badass.
Man, I mean, if you can, post some pictures on it on the Facebook groups, because I want to see that stuff up close.
I do too. Cool. That thing was so awesome looking.
Mm-hmm. Man, I would love to own at least one XM piece, but they're so pricey, especially on that shipping.
And they're pretty big too. I mean, they cover a lot of territory. I don't think I would have room to do it.
No, you're pretty maxed out.
I am.
You've shown us.
Yeah.
I do like Thank goodness the Inhumans aren't as popular as they should be because a lot of their stuff is cheap. The XM statues are probably one of the easiest and cheapest to get, but they're still super pricey for my budget. But if I were to get one, it would be that Medusa statue. Is she's sitting on her own hair and Lockjaw is right there next to her? I love that so much. I wish I could get that, but yeah, it's expensive.
Oh, I want to see that. Let's see.
Yeah, it's like I think it's going for like 700, 800 bucks, something like that.
That sounds reasonable for an XM.
Mm-hmm.
XM Studio. Okay.
There's a Black Bolt one, and I think that has held its price and value. That one's a little bit more expensive because he's screaming and stuff, and it looks more dynamic.
Where's the search function? I don't want to see Robin. I want shop now. Okay. Give me a search function to shop.
Yeah.
Come on, you lamitudes. My account information back to top. You guys are making it very annoying to use. Oh, okay. Who are we looking for? Medusa? Medusa.
Yeah.
Yada dee, yada da da.
Leslie, I think we did a show talking about the statues, and I can't lift off my computer because it's everything's hooked up here on this table, but you can sort of see some of the statues that I own. Not a whole lot, really. There is my boy right there, Arthur. That's the Frank Cho Wonder Woman statue. Those are just figures. And over there, all the way over there, mostly video game stuff. There's Injustice, Aloy from Horizon.
Cool. Aloy, we just finished that game.
You did?
Just now, just Sunday.
Did you like it?
Oh my gosh, we loved it. We finished the add-on pack Frozen
Wasteland?
Frozen Zero. What was it?
Frozen Wasteland or something?
Frozen something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finished the add-on pack and we finally got done with it.
Oh man, I love that game so much.
Oh yeah, Medusa's bitchin' looking.
Right, yeah. She looks really cool. And that Lockjaw, he's massive.
Wait, no, I'm not seeing Lockjaw. Oh yeah, Lockjaw is. There's Lockjaw.
Yeah, there's my boy. Love that dog. That's awesome. Supposedly, the rumor is that we're going to get a Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Look at her. That's awesome. Yeah, such a great statue. So, yeah, I probably will get that eventually. Hopefully, it doesn't go up in price. But I do want to own that.
I can see why.
So, the rumor is that we're getting Horizon Zero Dawn 2 for PlayStation 5, which is going to get announced next holiday season, 2020. So I'm really excited about that.
That's a new Horizon Zero?
Did you stick around for the post-credit scene in the game?
No.
It's at the very end.
We got done with the Frozen Wasteland or whatever, and we didn't know what else to do, so we just said, okay, I guess we're done.
But,
oh, well, I guess
I don't want to spoil it on the air, just in case somebody hasn't played it. But there's a small post-credit scene when you finish the game.
Well, we did the first part of the game or the Frozen part of the game?
The main game, not the expansion, not the DLC.
Okay.
Did you like and we're deviating, but did you like the whole story for Horizon? Because I thought that plot was awesome. I love the story.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about when you say the end, the end credit thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that whole thing was cool.
I was so stressed because I kept dying so many times and replaying that. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna beat that final boss, but it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, my daughter is now better at it than I am, so I'm more like her coach. And she's like switching back and forth between things, and I'm like, do this, do that, do this, and she's like, okay, 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 and I'm like, do this, do that, and she goes, okay, okay. So that's how Frozen Wilds, that's what it is. Thank you, Aiku.
Wild.
Frozen Wilds, yeah. And so I coach her, and she does what I tell her, and she's much faster and able to switch things on the fly better than I am. But I can think ahead quicker than she can because I know how video games work.
Yeah.
So we're a good team, and that's how we're doing it. Now we're playing uh, Tomb Raider.
Oh, Tomb Raider. I haven't. I have the. There was one that came out on the PlayStation 3, but was ported to the PlayStation 4. But I haven't played that new one that you guys are playing. I need to
I,
do
I
that.
it's I think it's like her greatest hits that we're playing.
Oh,
It's
okay,
got
okay.
like 3 games on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I traded in some stuff and got it on a disc. It's one of like 2 discs I own. Everything else is on my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I sort of stopped getting games because I'm buying more games than I'm playing. I'm just getting a few random Nintendo games, and that's it. I still
Yeah,
haven't played. I finished Spider Man and Horizon. I still need to finish Assassin's Creed, the one in Egypt. I forget the name. I need to finish that.
I'd
And I
like to
need to,
play that with her.
that looks really cool.
It
And
does.
I need to finish God of War. I have God of War since last year, and I haven't played it. And everybody just loves that game.
Yeah. She decided she didn't want to play Spider-Man, so now I'm gonna have to play that by myself.
Still, you're gonna have a fun time. As a
Yeah,
comic book nerd, you're gonna love that game. It's so amazing.
I'll probably like it more than she would, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they pull from every single source material. The Stan Lee stuff, JMS, Dan Slott, the Ultimate Universe. That game has everything. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll play it myself because I have so much free time. Did we want to talk about scary books at all?
You know more about that subject than I do. I barely have any scary books in my collection, but I know you love reading those.
I do. I
So
love watching scary stuff. I like being scared. I don't know why. I think we're going to take an episode of my horror my horror show,
mhm.
and I'm going to have Jenny, because she's such an analyst, I'm going to have her figure out why we love to be scared so much, because that's like her hobby.
Yeah.
She loves being scared. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one, Gotham. Let me go get it. I forgot about that one. Just a sec. Let me.
Yeah. Uh, I only like for the chat and everybody watching. The only thing I can recommend that I like, of course, I'm a huge Junji Ito fan. He's one of my favorite writers. Coincidentally, the only Ito book I do not own is the one book Jess has, which is the classroom one. That's the only Ito book I don't own yet. But I do love Ito. I love. I did read a little bit of Harrow County, but I haven't gotten the library editions. I love Walking Dead, even though the ending is kind of bleh, but the beginning is pretty fantastic. Yeah, I don't read a lot of horror. I should read a lot more.
Yeah, my Ito books are all upstairs for some more Halloween reading, but Gotham was right. Harrow County. I just have the trades that I just kept. Um, I really should upgrade to the library editions, but this is some real fine, beautifully drawn horror.
Hmm.
It's got witches and ghosts and haints. and it is gorgeous and scary. It's 8 trade paperbacks, or I think 4 big library editions.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my kind of book. I mean, it was really well done, where it was just creepy and disturbing and very scary. It's as good as a comic book can be, with creatures rattling right out of their skin, and a girl with a sixth sense. And I just loved this book. So that's Gothic. That's Harrow County. I'm hooked up around my mic.
That art is really good. I love that art.
There we go.
Yeah, the watercolors in that book is just really awesome. That's right.
Yeah, for real life horror, Dark Knight. This is about the mugging of Paul Dini, with art by Eduardo Rizzo. Did you read this?
Yeah. I totally, it totally slipped my mind that could classify as a horror book. That's true.
Yeah, this is real life horror. This is what he went through after he got mugged, just minding his own business, walking up a hill at night, and he got the shit kicked out of him. And it's really scary the way he tells it, and it affects him, just haunts him, tortures him for the longest period. And here he is, a comic book writer, and he can't defend himself at all against these 2 guys. And he tells it in terms of relating it in terms of a comic book. But I mean, this is truly frightening because it's real life, and he tells it as real as can be. And I found this to be heartbreaking, terrifying, really sad. I don't remember it being uplifting at all. There's no part in it where he said life goes on and I'm a better man for it or anything. It is just bleak and frightening and really scary. Yeah. I just was flipped out by this book. It's really scary. Real life scariness. So yeah. Another book. I got a lot of books.
Oh, I still need to read that. You were the
this
one
is such a great book.
You convinced me to buy it. I haven't read it yet.
It's beautiful with a ribbon, and it's a solid deluxe book about a detective investigator that's really a witch. Well, also a witch that practices black magic, and there's evil things in the world that are trying to get through and our world and get to her. And these things are threatening her and the people she knows and loves. There's also a subplot about people that are trying to get rid of witches, and she's quite a witch, this detective. And it's got beautiful black and white art. And Greg Rucka wrote this, and Greg Rucka is awesome. I've only read nothing. I've read nothing but, and see, when color pops up, it's even more spectacular because it's all done in these grayish and black and white tones.
Nice.
And it is just, the supernatural comes alive in this book. Greg Rucka really has a talent for bringing this kind of stuff to life. And let me just show you some more art. This book is fantastic. And somebody else just brought up Lock and Key. Taylor Brown did. Lock and Key. I always think about books that are in this room, and that's in the outer part of the room. And Lock and Key is great too. Lock and Key is really disturbing and genuinely scary. I really get scared by Lock and Key. I find that book to be it really sets me on edge. I need to read it again. It's been a couple of years, but I remember that there's so much suspense in it that it really gets me out. It is okay. Yeah, I will. Here, don't dare me. Don't you double dog dare me. I'll put you on the screens.
Nice.
Chad Omnidog, what the hell do you know? Just because your wife is a friend of mine doesn't mean anything.
Lock and Key, for me, it's very, it's very tense. Like,
yeah,
each chapter builds up on that, and by the end, you just dying of anticipation. You want to know what the heck's going on and how the characters are going to win or lose or whatever. It was really good.
Yeah. Lock and Key is brilliant. We mentioned this book earlier as to whether or not it was going to get a second omnibus. And everybody already seems to know about this. American Vampire.
Yeah, nice.
Everybody seems to already know about this, so I don't need to talk too much about it, but it's got Skinner Sweet as an American Vampire. And
that artwork is so nice.
I know. And I love all the different time periods in America that he goes through and how he subverts things to his way and gets things to go his way all the time. And it's I'm not going to upgrade because I don't mind standard hardcovers, but these I don't blame you if you are going to upgrade. But American Vampire is one heck of a great book. I need to reread all these. I think it goes up to 8 right now. Really a great book. Not necessarily scary, but I mean, it is about vampires, so it's pretty cool and creepy.
I'd say it's more like, more creepy action horror. It's not super scary, but still.
Yeah. Of course, we have Hellblazer. Everybody knows Hellblazer. This deals with the occult and supernatural and the worst man ever in comics. That's John Constantine, who will screw over anybody to get his way. You can get the whole thing. I have the whole thing in trade paperback. I don't know that these new releases are all the way up to where they should be, but I started getting like 150 through 300 in paperback. So I don't know how far these go yet, but lots of people have their favorite and least favorite writers in this book. I remember not being really picky when I read Hellblazer. I remember just really being excited that somebody was writing something like this, and just being, if I read bad Hellblazer, it didn't really bother me, and I don't remember noticing it to a bad extent, to the extent that it bothered me. I just remember being really excited that there was some kind of occult thing going on out there that was really interesting. And I just read Hellblazer and thought it was great. So some people will say this guy didn't do a good job and this guy did do a good job. I loved all of Hellblazer and thought it was all interesting and really good. And I know that the majority of Hellblazer readers don't agree with me, which is fine. That's fine. You guys read what you want to read and have your opinion. That's totally cool with me. I just love the fact that Hellblazer touched on the topics it did. It was so interesting to me. There's
a lot of comments.
Are there?
Yeah. Something truly horrific. Batman Damned. Yeah. Yeah, that was an experience.
Oh yeah, that's from Taylor Brown. He and I both
Oh, here's a Hellblazer
Postal is
question.
awesome, chat, man.
Yeah, Postal. Yeah, Postal's good. I still haven't picked up the whole series, but it's good. I like it. Do you think it is important to read Hellblazer serially, or just pick an author's run and go with it? What do you think?
I personally feel like you need to start at the beginning.
I've only
That
read the book that you were holding up. That's the only Hellblazer I've ever read.
This is the first one,
Yeah,
Original Sins.
yeah. I think I still have it somewhere here.
Yeah, I think it's best to start from the beginning. That way you get the best flavor for John Constantine. Some people have their favorite runs, and they say you can read. They say you can read those and get a good flavor. I don't know. I kind of like the whole. That's Hellblazer, Fables, Sandman,
Yeah.
DMZ, Preacher. Those are the few runs that I've. Why the Last Man? Those are some of the few runs I've read from beginning to end. A lot of times I just bonk out and say I'll pick it up later. But Hellblazer, I read all 300 issues of and really enjoyed all of them. So I'm going to be prejudiced, kind of, and say that I think your best bet is to sort of take a deep breath and start from the beginning. Of course, I started back in 1988 or whenever it first came out and just kept going.
Wow.
I know.
I was one.
I was, how old was I? I was 29.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I feel like you should just start at the beginning and go. It's really something. I just really like it.
Slaughter of the Apes says, I think you lose out on the social cultural commentary through the years if you don't read Hellblazer serially.
That's a good point, because a lot happens between book 1 and book 300 socially and politically in Britain. And you should certainly pick up a lot of British slang.
Oh, I can imagine.
I mean, I learned a lot of British slang. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Here is my book of the year by Garth Ennis. It's possible that something comes out in the next couple months, but A Walk Through Hell 1 and 2.
Nice.
Is I'm going to give this its own
video
review on my channel.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go through too much, but it's Garth Ennis, and it's amazing. These two FBI detectives there's two or three subplots in this. These two FBI detectives walk into this storage unit alone, where two other FBI agents had already gone. A SWAT team has already gone into this warehouse. They immediately came back out and blew each other's brains out. The SWAT team that went in before them, they have discovered them, and they are living in what can only be described as a living nightmare. These two detectives from the FBI, as soon as they go in, they black out, wake up, and they don't have a pulse. But they have their guns. They're still thinking. They're still communicating with each other. They're still able to reason. So the question is, are they still living as they try and navigate this huge warehouse? All questions are answered in volume 2. Oh, the other thing in volume 1 is there's a pedophile who goes around recruiting other pedophiles to help him commit crimes, and the recruited pedophiles, after the crimes are committed, immediately kill themselves. One of the pedophiles goes to the FBI, confesses everything, gives them the name of the head pedophile that is somehow hypnotizing these guys to kill themselves, confesses everything, gives them the name, and then violently kills himself in the FBI office right there. One of the FBI, and I'm not giving anything away by saying this, this is one of the things that haunts them in Walk Through Hell Part 1. One of the FBI agents, they bring in the head FBI, I'm sorry, they bring in the head pedophile guy. They don't really have anything on him. And one of the FBI agents ends up killing him, which haunts her through this book. Volume 2. Volume 2 answers all these questions, gets even weirder and more hellish and crazier. And it's unbelievable how good this book is. I am telling you right now, this is my book of the year. It is so well written, so well thought out, so impressive. I loved this book, and I cannot impress upon you, sorry, that's the wrong word. I cannot impress upon you enough how much, this is by Aftershock Books, how great this book is.
Nice.
A Walk Through Hell Parts 1 and 2. So
the story ends with volume 2?
It does.
Okay.
The only thing wrong with the book, and it's a minor quibble, but they show something in volume 2 that I don't think they needed to show. It's one of those things that would have been more power show it, and I don't think they needed to show it. But make your own judgment. Buy it and make your own judgment. Let me know what you think.
Interesting.
So that's really it for me. I wanted to end on a high note.
That's awesome. Yeah, I do want to check it out. Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Walk Through Hell versus Nailbiter. Which one's better, Jess?
So many people were disappointed in the ending in Nailbiter. I personally wasn't, but I think I'm probably, 1 in 10 people, 9 out of 10 people were disappointed in the ending in Nailbiter, and I'm the only one, but 9 other people were disappointed with it. Lots of people were disappointed with that ending. I wasn't.
Yeah. But
I think you'll be happier with Walk in Hell as a complete series if you're comparing the two. I liked Nailbiter a lot. I liked its premise. I liked its psychology. I liked the creep factor was in the red zone. It was pinned in the red zone, man. So creepy, so evil, and so awful. Just to think that man could be that awful to each other. Man's inhumanity towards his fellow man is just, it's just, you can almost feel it in Nailbiter. It's really grisly. But I think a lot of people have a problem with the ending. So I don't know that you can compare the two. They're really, one's about a serial killer and the other's like a walk through hell. I don't know that you can really compare them. They're both very dark. I
was waiting for you to read it.
That's hilarious. Oh, the chat just made me laugh hilariously. That's a good one. Both Chat Omnidog and Taylor Brown. That's funny as hell. So yeah, I don't know that you can compare the two. They're both worth reading though.
Yeah.
Daniel
Earlier,
K, you're right. I'm not going to go into it. Talks for minutes about the book. I want it because I want people to get it and read it.
earlier, Daniel said that. Where's the message? I lost it. Oh, Postal's getting a hardcover for the complete series. Should I get that hardcover? Is that coming out aside from Kickstarter?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
The Postal hardcover, the one that you got through Kickstarter.
Yes, all I'm getting in the Kickstarter is a dust jacket on my hardcover. It's coming out normally. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it is coming out normally. Huh. All right. So, do you think I should pick up that hardcover or
Yeah.
stick with the trades? Because I'm not. I don't have.
How many
all the
trades do you have?
The first 4.
Oh, well, then I just go ahead and finish the trades.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, Daniel. I'll stick with the trade paperbacks.
But I hate to end this early, but my wife thinks there's something wrong with my dog, and I think I'm going to have to say, give you the last in stock trades sponsorship, and then go upstairs because my wife just pinged me. InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. And there's always an Omniboslive code every quarter. Over $50 in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nicely done.
I'm sorry to end this, but I just got a message from my wife. No problem. And I got to go see what's going on with the dog.
Yeah.
So peace and love, peace and love. Please leave your comments down below. We appreciated all the viewers, all the chat. Amen. We love all you guys. We love our viewers. We love our chatters. We love our sponsor. We love each other. It's a big love fest. So thank you very much. And we will be talking to you.
Bye, everybody.